So I'm back on Project Overkill today, and you guys remember I left off, I was working through some things I wanted to do, and some of the things I wasn't happy with. We put the fifth wheel on here, and I was going to use these new fully polished, full stainless steel fenders that I bought, but I didn't like how close they would be to the fifth wheel and putting a trailer on, and you might scratch, scrape across them, damage them, scratch them, whatever. And I was looking around the internet, and I buy a lot of my tow stuff from this company called Mighty Products. They're in Ohio, not far from us. And I saw they had these full plastic fenders, and they're a molded deal. They got ribs on the inside, and I was thinking that if we put it on the truck like that and the trailer ends up scratching the top of it, it's really not a big deal. If they get damaged, these things are replaceable, and they are really inexpensive. Those are very expensive. These were pretty reasonable. So I went ahead and ordered some up, and they come, you can buy these, I think by the pair, and then per axle for the mounts, so we don't have to make anything. So it comes with these plastic mounts that have a reinforcement bracket that go inside, and these are the offset mounts that you put on the truck. You can see how it mounts through here, and having that offset allows us to turn this thing and get it just how we want it on the truck. So today I've ordered two sets, one for this truck and another set for another truck, and we're going to put them on and see if this is going to solve our problem. I'll put a link in the description box for these things if you guys are looking for them. They're again, they're a very cost-effective option, I think, because I want to tell you it was like 160 bucks for one set of brackets and a fender, so not too bad at all. You see how they come packaged. This is probably powder coated. You know how I feel about powder coating, but there you go. So let's get this thing set up and start getting these on today. I'd like to get this truck finished up and get it ready to be sold here pretty soon.
So he's trying to get the fenders to sit correctly to mount it, obviously. And he's going to put air to the airbags and then look at it, because I'm sure it'll change.
We're at ride height, so now you can see where we're at here. I want to be below that fifth wheel, but I want this radius to close up. It doesn't look right. So we need to I need to set this on here with the truck at ride height, because when the truck comes out of ride height, you let the air out of the bags, it comes down like this. Your arch is different because your frame is no longer sitting here. It's like this. So with the air out, the back will look like it's down farther, which is what that is. So we need to get this fit right, and I want the same gap, if possible. Whatever I have here and here, I want to be the same here, so it follows the radius of the tire nicely. It's a nice thing about doing that. Now they'll stay in place and won't fall. 23 3/4. 22 1/4. So I've removed one of the fifth wheel bolts, ran the longer bolt through there, and stuck my brackets on. And the brackets are different. You can see they're kind of long on one side, short on the other. So I put the long going up, and I've got this radius and this about where I want it. And what I think we're going to do is manipulate the fender. Go ahead and push on that. We're going to, after we mount this one, we're going to go ahead and more right there and make it fit our radius so it looks good. I think that's what we're going to do. So next we'll go ahead and drill the holes in this one. We'll get this level again, or really close, and then we can still adjust this, because these things are on an offset, so we can adjust them forward and back a little bit and up and down, so that'll make it nice. Okay, now we'll measure these up even. 21 and 5/16, 21 and a half. All right, so we're manipulating the fender now to get the same radius all the way around, and we left the blocks in the top, so we definitely have our clearance, and then we're just matching. So we get over here and look down the tire till we can see the flat on both of them, and look at the gap, and then the same thing over here, and I think we're there. And we measure from the front to the concrete, the back to concrete. I think we're there. And this airliner suspension doesn't leave us a lot of room. I don't want to touch because these things will move, but I think we're there. Now we just need to drill the holes back here and bolt it through, and that'll be one done. All right, it's in there. So the only problem, the only concern is if I take the wood out and now it, starts to come down. If it does, we'll take some heat, a heat gun, and try and form that a little bit. But I'm pretty happy with the radius and how it fits. I think it'll be all right, and everything is bolted on and tight now. I just have to replace the one bolt for the fifth wheel. I gotta put that back in. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, our blocks are out, and it looks pretty good. Now we'll just dump the airbags and make sure we still have clearance. If we do, we'll just carbon copy the same size. That's the importance of using this. If you didn't notice, we did that so it would stay up there and we could stand it up and get it in and out. And if you use a 4x4, it's real wide. Then you're trying to touch here instead of just a small narrow section. So go ahead. Make sure we're on the bump stops. Yep. And oh yeah, I can get my hand in here. Oh yeah, that'll do. I like it. Feels pretty good. Same distance here. Yep, okay. All right, that's one side done. Now let's do the other. Couple caps, cover up the bolts. One side done. After doing the other side, you already kind of know what you're going to do over here, so I just mirrored this, and I used the fifth wheel line of bolts on purpose so that I'd have a reference line, and it's all in the same plane, so it's really easy to measure off that center of that bolt to the next one, and they can be the same. It worked out pretty well. So now we just got to tighten it up and lay the fenders on and mark out where our brackets go. This side's all complete now, and it went super fast because, we did all the work on the other side, so we knew exactly how we wanted to do it and how to lay it out. And I got to tell you, I'm extremely pleased with these. I think this is going to work out very well. I think they're a much better option for this truck than the full polished stainless ones I was going to use. Now, if you don't know, the reason that I didn't want to use a full polished is because I don't want to raise my fifth wheel. And if you use full polished stainless fenders on this truck and I put a fifth wheel flatbed lowboy van trailer on here, it's going to rub across to here. So I wanted something that not only looked nice, but was able to go on here, cost effective, and have a total adjustability so I can match the arch of the fender to my trailer or to my tire. and this was obviously the best choice I could find, so that's why I chose these. You can't imagine how much adjustment you have. I mean, you can move this arm up and down. You can take these set screws loose. You can twist it this way, and you can slide the fender up and down on all those points. So it makes a great choice for the situation. So in the event I need to put a fifth wheel on here, and I'm afraid these are going to get damaged, all I have to do is loosen up these Allen set screws that are stainless. They go into a captured nut inside that bracket. I loosen all four of them and I slide the whole fender off, do what we have to do, come on back and put them back in. I didn't want to run without fenders because I don't want all that crap hitting the back of the cab. So I wanted a full fender on this truck anyways. Also, this will keep all the snow and ice and salt spray from getting all over the truck. I like the way it turned out. I think they're pretty durable. They're really, they have a lot of reinforcements. I don't know if you can see this, but these lines that may appear right here, these are vertical ribs that go from one side to the other on these fenders. It is really well reinforced. So I believe these will take a fair amount of, abuse and use and still be okay. And again, the fact that you can manipulate the arch to fit your tire and it look good is fantastic. Now I have this kind of pushed in a way that I want it, so in the summertime, in the hot summer sun, this may change. It may not with them ribs, but if it does, it's not a big deal because the adjustment is just so simple. I think it's a very cost-effective choice. If I damage one of these, I can order up just another fender for like 79 bucks because I think the fenders, each one's 79 bucks for each fender, and then an install kit for one wheel, which is that, and that is like 79 bucks. So it's like 320 bucks to do this whole axle, and I liked it. I thought it was going to be a good choice for me, so I ordered up a second set for another truck that we're going to use. I got these from a company local to us. It's called Mighty Products. That's where I get all my towing gear, my ratchet straps, my wheel straps, the chains, binders, bridles, the rigging gear, recovery straps, all that stuff I have in my wrecker comes from Mighty Products. And I'll leave a link to their website and this stuff, so if you guys want to look at them, they're definitely a nice cost-effective choice compared to those full polished stainless steel ones are $1,200 and some odd dollars, and if you damage them, yeah, it gets pretty costly. But I'm pretty happy with it. Now, we're done with this. You guys saw we were using that 2x4, and all I did was take a 2x4, an old 4-inch strap, and we just stapled it to it so we could lay that on top of the fender. And I used that strap so that they laid there and they stayed. Like when you put them on the tire, that was enough that they didn't want to slide off the tire one way or the other. It worked out pretty well. So we'll keep that around for the next one. The next thing I need to do on this truck is I need to get the 7-pin trailer light plugs finished up, and I need to get the air lines set up for a fifth wheel trailer or gooseneck, whichever we end up using. I'm looking for a box that would come up this way, come over here and down and house both of those and the fittings for the air hoses, and then I'd probably just run like a pogo stick or something. But I was poking around on the Mighty Products website. They have a cab protector that has a toolbox built in and a jailhouse window with bars and then chain racks on it that I may just put on this truck in the meantime, because I don't know if we're putting sleeper on for sure or not. I have decided these are the fuel tanks we're using, and I have to make some custom mounts and straps for it, so we're going to be getting onto that, and we're getting closer. We are one step closer to having the old F750 done. So anyways, guys, I'll leave a link in the description. You guys can check it out. I'll see if I can get a discount code from them or something to help you out, see if they're interested. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the fenders, if you like them and like the way they look and all that kind of stuff. And give us a thumbs up. It certainly helps. We're trying to grow the channel and keep things going. And all that kind of stuff helps us. So thanks again, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.